Okay, we're up on Twitch. Okay, we're up on YouTube as well, I think. Oh. Why does YouTube not let you like set up what game you're up at? You always have to set it up every time you start a stream. Okay, we're good. Yeah, welcome back. I know it's been a long while because sadly work and life is just really busy for a bit. So yeah, in terms of progress, since it has been a while, so we're on to the National League now, which has a lot more races as well as a lot longer races in general. And we finished the first two, which is the Master Roadster and Special K, and the K Car Club. And now we're moving on to the Boxer combination, which essentially just any car with a Boxer engine. So a lot of the Subarus. In the older GT games, they also let you pick stuff like the roof, so like RUF, so like the tuning shop for Porsche, since they tune Porsche cars, hence why they allow you to use those, and those tend to usually be the best choice. But yeah, but for this sort of fan-made campaign, because of the PP limit, which is on the lower side, those cars aren't eligible. There used to be a lot of legacies as well, so like Subaru legacies, those used to be quite common choice, so they're relatively cheap but still have a lot of upgrade potential, hence why people like to use those for boxer engine championships. But sadly legacies aren't in this game yet, so yeah. But yeah, we'll give this a go. Oh no, not that one. Amateur hours. Okay, so we can use the 2004 WRX again. It is down-tuned slightly, so I'm not sure how the game will react to this, because the last time we did this, the game didn't really account for the fact that our car is down-tuned, so it gave us a lot tougher competition than perhaps what is fun, essentially. Like it's a very tough race. But yeah, we'll get it started then. So the first one is at Interlagos, which okay, it's always a good track for some good racing. Okay, and it's 5 laps. That's quite a lot. How many cars actually are there? 10 cars. We're starting in the middle. 5 laps, and we'll stick with intermediate in terms of the AI difficulty, because anything harder it gets really hard actually. No, we need a custom, yeah. So S2 and then S6 in the afternoon and 10 times speed. Yeah, okay, intermediate looks good. We can change it if we need it once we get into the start of the race. And the one after this, it's for trucks, which again, not a lot of choices in this game. No, there's only the Toyota Tundra and the Ford F-150. So yeah, but yeah, we'll give this race a try. We do have sport hard tires, which is good. We'll give this race a try, and if it gets too tough, we will maybe get the BRC or the GT86 instead, since those actually match the PP limit quite well. First race in quite a while actually. I haven't played this game in a while. Like, ooh. Just never. I am in a league, but again, just not much time. Plus, they're in a different time zone than me, so it can be quite awkward to find a suitable time to join their races. But yeah, I hope you. Oh no, I messed up. Maybe not. So we have better brakes than a Corvette, but obviously it leaves us in the dust in any sort of big straight. So it will be sort of it will be the midfield section where we have the advantage, provided we just don't spin out like that, like back there. Yeah, we need some time to get back to the get back to the swing of things, essentially. I'm honest here. Okay, let's see how quickly the gap closes. We are 5 laps though, so we have plenty of chances to overtake the Corvette again if they overtake us. You want to go slow for the first corner of Interlagos. That way you get a better line out of the second and third corner. Obviously you can, if you're looking for overtake, you can sort of go a bit deep on the first corner, but it does compromise your second and third corner, so just watch out for that. Again, the grass. Build up a bit of a gap here. Thankfully, Interlagos doesn't have a super long straight. This corner just before the 90-degree left, it's always tricky for me because I think it really depends on the downforce of the car. Like if you drive a high downforce car, so maybe the GT500s or like the Formula cars, you can pretty much full throttle that, but anything less than that, you do have to lift slightly, even if it doesn't look like that at first. Turn 3 is a corner that you can absolutely just full throttle the way through, no matter the car, even though it doesn't look like that. It's the gear change. Watch out for the grass. Midfield. You know something I just realized recently? Daytona has a bloody rallycross circuit in the midfield. I feel like that should be added. Like we already have one rallycross track, but that's in Catalonia. And unfortunately, it's very basic. Like there's not even a Joker lap system where if you race on there. It's just make it's just a normal lap race. Much better. But yeah, even still, I still think they can and probably should add the rallycross track of Daytona. Could be a fun addition. And to just add a bit more, representation instead of just having only one, which is Catalonia. Other than Daytona and Catalonia, I'm not sure if any other like permanent circuits have a rallycross version of it. And it shouldn't be too hard to add the Daytona one either, because it does use a little bit of the road course circuit. So I believe, coming on the starting line, so that's turn 1. I think like after turn 1, up till the hairpin, so from after turn 1 and then turn 2, you went past the pit exit and then turn up to the hairpin. I think that's a small section where they intersect essentially. So yeah, I'm actually not too familiar with it. I did just learn about it after all. But yeah, I feel like that could be a fun addition. Come on, last lap. Corvette is still hot on my ass. Easy. A bit too much speed. Okay though. Too early, maybe. Actually, might not need third here, just brake slightly. Then, like coast down to third. Still a bit tail happy even after the suspension upgrade, but it's okay. Yeah, might be a bit weird for me, but I don't really like tuning the suspension too much, because I feel that's a big part of like what makes their cars different is the suspension tuning what they have. I mean, it's a big part of why the car handles a little differently. It's a suspension tuning. So if you make them all stiff and like all grippy and stuff, it kind of takes the fun out of it, in my opinion. Nice. Relatively easy. Oh, cash. Okay, on to the next race. Oh right, and I actually did check the used car dealership. So there's this one championship where we need to get the 22B or the Evo 6. Evo 6 for. And the 22B was for sale for these couple days, I think, or might be this week. But it's sold out because everybody immediately bought it as soon as it showed up. Yeah, unfortunate. Yeah, so we have stuff like the Evo 9, the Evo 3, Evo 5, but yeah, no Evo 6. Well, anyway, on to the next one, and it's Alsace Village. Oh, don't really like Alsace. I don't know, I just don't really like the flow of the track, unfortunately. The two French tracks, like, I don't really like Alsace, I don't really like Saint Croix either. I don't know, it's just the flow just doesn't feel nice for me. It's a hard thing to describe, but yeah, that's the best way I could give it. I would say 5 laps again, 10 cars. Then sunrise and 12 times speed. Okay, let's go racing. Oh, we need to find a Honda. We need to find a Honda after the truck championship because it's a feed tab. But I'll get to that. I'll get to that. Let's start this one. Why is it? Oh god, there's a bloody truck here. Oh, sorry. Oops. Excuse me. That Evo is fast. Okay, we're catching up. We're catching up. So on the outside, I better run. Okay, nice. It's you know what might be a good idea, like figuring out which tracks the AI is good at and which tracks the AI is bad at. That way we can sort of adjust the difficulty as needed, so there's not just, oh, 1 lap I'm pretty much already in front. Obviously tracks the AI is good at, we will probably just stick with intermediate, because they will be running a bit faster. But tracks where they're bad at, we might go up to advanced or professional, because just because they run slower in general, so we can still sort of catch up. let's see how much the Evo catches up during longer straights like this. Easy. Definitely one wider. Maybe we can start breaking at the curb instead of before it. AI is keeping up, but that's solely because of the longer straight line sections. Whenever there's any sort of corner, essentially, even high-speed corners, they just lose time. So yeah, we might wanna categorize this at least a village layout, a sort of map where we can kick up the AI difficulty a little bit. The sun, oh no. Seconds. Holy. Obviously, I'm not saying like I'm super fast driving like this, but yeah, definitely, we can definitely tune up the difficulty a little bit to give it a bit more of a challenge. So maps like maybe Sakura, I'm definitely putting it as like a map that a track that AI drives pretty well at. So I'll definitely stick with intermediate. I'm not sure about the Nürburgring. Obviously, there's a lot of I'm in the North Stifler. Obviously, there's a lot of high-speed sections, but the AI really slows down for the corners, for the medium speed and low speed sections. So I'm not too sure about those. Seconds, holy hell. He's gone. He's just gone. Yeah, as much as I hate this map, I guess the AI hates it even more than me. Well, at least it's a relatively chill race, so... But yeah, probably should start making that list, so like, noting down which track the AI is good and bad at. See on the driver. And let it out. Yeah, definitely. That feels about right. That braking point feels about right. Even if it does look quite fast going into the corner. Okay, let's see if I can do this one a bit better. We still went wide. I don't fully slammed on my brakes there for that hairpin because of the corner and the elevation change, and that if I did just go full on braking, the car would become quite a bit unstable, and that actually worsens your braking. It makes you go slower. So I sort of just kept it at like 70-75%, which stabilizes the car since I'm not braking as much. Too much, too quick, too much, too late. But yeah, so like using your throttle and braking to sort of balance the car, it's I wouldn't say it's like very advanced technique, but it's definitely not something like the average person playing racing games might know. Obviously, it's probably something you should learn if you want to get really into it, but yeah. So when you think on maybe like driving a normal car, when you accelerate, you lean back, right? Because of the change in momentum, your car also leans back, and when you brake, because of the change in momentum, your car leans forward. It's the same deal, and it's essentially using that to sort of balance out your car, to balance how sort of heavily back or forward the car leans during side lights, cornering or braking. So if I want the car to lean a bit more, tap on the brake a bit more, and if I want the car to lean back, I give it a bit of throttle instead. Or the opposite of that, like what I'm doing with this coming up corner, where I don't brake as hard as I could, just to keep the car a bit more balanced. Since the car is leaning as forward as it can. Overspeed, maybe? Ooh. Not enough braking there. But obviously there are always exceptions. For example, like that corner, you do need quite hard braking to get through that. So even if the car becomes unstable, you kind of just have to fix it with your handling or your steering, essentially. But yeah. Okay, what's next? Okay, and the next one it's Kyoto driving car. Yeah, 8 laps. And we should probably start making that list. So, like, okay, so this is Alsace Village. So this is bad AI, essentially. Okay. But obviously it also depends on the car, I think, because if the car is like really drives really weird and hard to get the most out of it, we need to go a bit easier as well in terms of AI difficulty. Anyway, off to Kyoto again. 8 laps. Oh boy. Okay, we'll stick with intermediate for this one. I did have a few bad races here, but and the fact that the track is essentially just a high speed oval track with a few corners, but we'll stick with intermediate for now. Custom weather and S and then S08 and late morning 12 times again. Okay, let's go racing. Okay, let's see. We do have a Corvette, so that's probably the fastest car here. There's also a 911 at the back, but we'll see. Oh, the GR Yaris. Easy. Let's see how quickly they close the gap. Are they closing the gap? Not really. Maybe the straight sections aren't quite long enough for them to get up to speed. Real easy. They're hanging in there, but just not catching up. Yep, there's 911. As predicted. But didn't the GR Yaris surprised me though. I'm not expecting them to be that fast. Those little hatchbacks to be that fast. Oh yeah, the Porsche's definitely closing in. Look at the gap. Is it gonna be enough though? That's the thing. Gear shift. Come on, Subaru, come on. But yeah, in the past games, because of the roofs, the RUF, the roof cars, people tend to upgrade the cars before going in. Because stock like Subaru WRX or maybe even a Legacy usually can't really quite compare to a roof. How's that? Okay, I think we're okay. Yeah, the AI I probably consider it good here, so we can stick with intermediates. Because the car behind is sticking pretty closely, so okay. Got first again. But it's definitely a lot closer than Alsace, that's for sure. So yeah, if it's something like that wide in terms of gap, that wide, definitely I'll put it as a bad AI. But here I'll probably put it as a good. Okay. Not a lot of cash, that's for sure. Where's my water? Sorry, need a drink. Well, the next one is to the Nürburgring now, the Sprint. That's the short lap variant. Well, I'm not too sure what that looks like though, I'll take a look. Oh, okay, so yeah, cut off. Essentially, you take the Grand Prix track, but cut off the second half of it, essentially. Okay. Okay, 5 laps as well. 10 cars. Okay. Start in the evening. Oh, it's gonna be light rain. Okay, but it shouldn't really show up. Okay, wait 1 second. I forgot to change the time. 12x again. Cloud and 2.01. So just light rain. It shouldn't show up. We'll stick to intermediate again. Okay, getting to near the end of this championship now. So WRX STI 04 and silver one. Okay. Oh, there's a 911 again. But this time it's a blue one. There's one in front as well. See? There's a bump back there, I heard it. Down the inside. Inside again. Ah, shit. Sorry. Braked a little bit too late there. I actually quite like Nürburgring. Sad that whenever they host a German GP for Formula 1, they usually host it at Hockenheim. The last time they did was during the pandemic, I believe, in 2020. So yeah. And we don't even have a German GP now, I think. Yeah, we don't even host it at Hockenheim anymore. Yeah, there's no German GP. But yeah, it just feels right to me. I think like it's only really the start where it's slow, but then pretty much every corner after that you carry pretty decent speed. Yeah, so like obviously turn 1 is super slow. Same for this sort of corner complex here. Everywhere after that, you do carry quite a bit of momentum through the corners, which makes it quite fun, I think. You don't really need a brake for this first corner. Neither the second one, to be honest. But the line needs to be pretty accurate. You need to pretty much nail the line. Otherwise you will go off, or you will need to slow down further. See? Okay. Let's keep this going. Both of the Porsches are behind me now, oh boy. Too late. Definitely need to brake a little bit early there. for turn 1. And obviously, if you're a fan of WEC or World Endurance Championship, then skip this sort of corner section, sort of corner complex, and put you straight into this corner after turn 1. So yeah, back there's the exit, turn 1, if you're watching like endurance racing. The best take for that corner, that's for sure. And obviously for the endurance section, they have a less of a tight chicane, so it's much more flowy, I would say. You don't have to brake as much. Porsche is definitely catching up, that's for sure. It is a 993. Maybe a bit too early. Oh, hello. Definitely a bit too early. The thing with the GP's Nürburgring circuit is that you have to be patient. Accelerate too early and you will go off. So like all the corners are pretty much designed so that you have to wait until a good moment to accelerate, or else you will go off. Make use of the curbs, I would say. Make use of the curbs. Gives you that little bit extra room to carry a bit more speed into the corners. That's a lot better. Oh, Jesus, the AI tried to kill me. Yeah. Those, like, the GT7's AI, it's okay in terms of raw pace, but in terms of avoiding you or avoiding other cars, it's not the best. Okay, we got a good gap, so it should be fine. Yeah, I don't think it's catching up. it's beautiful. I'll probably put it as good again, because like as you can see, the AI is following pretty closely. So Nürburgring, just GP circuit in general, I think. No need for like very specific version of GP circuit. Okay, good. And after that is Dragon Trail Seaside. Okay, last race for the championship. And Dragon Trail. Oh, yep, Croatia. Oh, I love this one. The one with the infamous death chicane. I know not everybody likes this track, but I actually quite like it. Again, it got a good flow to the corners. You don't slow down too much. There's only that one hairpin sort of in the middle, no, sort of in the middle of the lap, but yeah, other than that, you don't really slow. And the start, obviously, turn one. But yeah, you don't really slow down too much, so you got a good flow going when you drive on it. Okay, custom weather. 12 times speed again, I believe. Yes. And early morning. Okay, we're set to intermediate. Though I have a feeling the AI isn't too good on this track. Okay. Okay, let's get this going. There's the GTO, so is it? Yeah, it is a GTO. That might be a bit of an issue. We also have a 993 Carrera. What's the plan, TT? I am pulling ahead, so yeah, I got corner, nice. Ooh, the tail. Yeah, go on the curb there. The optimal line is going to go on the curb, just to give you sort of the widest angle into the hairpin. What are you doing? Oh right, the AI is terrible at the depth chicane. I forgot. It slowed down way too much for the oh, and slow. As I was saying, the AI is terrible at depth chicane. You just, I think they even brake for it. You don't, which you don't really need to. You just need to sort of lay off the throttle for a bit, just to anchor yourself properly. See what I mean? Like that alone gives you a bunch of time, like against the AI. They're not that good at taking the curve, that's for sure. Especially for that section, with the amount of curve that those two chicanes have, you absolutely should just cut straight through them. But they're catching up. Hold on, I got distracted. Actually, 1 second. Okay, yeah, my avatar is moving. Okay, just I thought my avatar isn't moving when I'm speaking, but no, it is. My bad. Third is enough for that one. Yeah, that hairpin doesn't look as intimidating as it looks. You can't go through that. Oh no, I forgot to brake. Oh, I messed up. Yeah, as I was saying, that hairpin back there, you can't go through that quite rapidly. You don't need to slow down quite as much. Again, because of the very big inside curve. Let's see how much time we save. Let's see how much we catch up by going through a depth chicane. Yeah, pretty much a full second, maybe even more. I think we can catch up. But definitely, it means no more mistakes. But you don't want to go too inside on that curve. Neither the second one, because it's a bit of like a gutter. So if you do drive into it, it just bounces up your car, and yeah, not really what you want. Okay, nice. Now I need to pull a bit of a gap. Might be braked a bit too late for that one. He's gone because of the depth chicane. Nice. Okay, let's keep this going. Okay. Is catching up because of the start line straight. Easy. Maybe a bit too much on the brake there. No, I went wide. Let's keep this going. Early on the throttle, I think. was close. That was close. I turned a little bit too much towards the first chicane corner. Last lap. Much better. Bit of a late apex there, so hopefully get a bit better run out of the corner. See? Yeah, a bit too wide. Lost quite a bit of time there. Fortunate. Much better. Watch out for the wall though, for the exit. Yeah, I might actually give this track easy because of the depth chicane. You just gain so much time just from that. Obviously, the AI does catch up a lot on the start line straight, but again, they lose just as much, if not more, time because of the chicane. Nice. Nice. Turn the lights. Winter is approaching, so it does get dark much earlier than now compared to the summer. Okay, so that's the Boxer Championship. All done and dusted. And we'll add Dragon Shroud to the bad AI. I'm not sure how the AI would perform in, what is it, Gardens? But I think they perform a little bit better because there's no like awkward corners that'll trip them up. Okay, so let me. What? Okay, so the next one it's Truck and Field, which is 2 races, although one of them is off-road, and we require a truck for this, 480 pp as well. But yeah, after that I'd say we need a Honda because it's a VTEC race. I'll get into it more once we get into the races, but yeah, we'll need a Honda branded car for that, and there is a list here, so we'll see if we can find one in the used car dealership. But yeah, let's get a truck first. 480 pp. Obviously, there is already a truck championship in the game's original single player, but I'm not sure which truck I got for that. Might be the. Okay, I do have the F-150. Do I have the Toyota? I might have both actually. Yeah, I have both, so it's a matter of preference, I guess. Which one do it? Let me take a look. Obviously, I will be spending money to buy a second one, just for the sake of sort of completing this championship. Performance points, and they should be on the lower side. Yeah, so that's the Tundra and the... Oh, they're practically identical. Okay. Yeah, the Raptor's a lot heavier. Well, I guess we'll get a Raptor then, I guess. Yeah, sadly there's no like... Yeah, Dodge isn't... The Dodge Ram isn't in this game. Neither is the Chevrolets. So yeah, not a lot of choices, no trucks here, unfortunately. Okay, blue. Okay. We do have a bit of room for upgrades. So as you can see, the PP limit is 480, so we can definitely get some upgrades for this bad boy. I'm gonna switch back to the game. I forgot. Oh no. 480 PP. We can do quite a bit of that actually with the truck. That's all. Okay. $445. Oh yeah, we can actually do weight. We should do weight reduction. It's a bloody truck. Yeah, that adds a ton of PP. Okay, we actually went a bit over that because of that. Well, we can always tone it down. So 480. We might just uninstall the Oh, we need tires as well. Okay. Yeah, this will do 475. We need tires as well, because the road race it's for sport hard tires, which we can get once we get into the racing menu. Anyway, the first race is at Road Atlanta, 4 laps. There it is. Okay. 4 laps. How many cars? 10 cars as well. 5 laps. Times, that's quite a bit. Starting in the afternoon. Oh, it might be a rain one. S0. Oh no, S. That's sunny. Never mind. Okay. Okay. So we'll need dirt tires as well a bit later, because we'll be racing at Fisherman's Run, which is a dirt race, dirt track I mean. At least we won't be using the very bad comfort tires anymore, so that's good. Good. Okay, let's get this started. Oh god, it looks so massive. Look at how tall it is. Jesus. Like even a bumper cam is like towering over the cars. What is this? this is a pretty modern car, all things considered. So, ooh, so you have like good suspension, good brakes, even though it's still a bloody truck. The only issue is who's the fastest car here? Easy. Yeah, they're just not catching up. What the hell? That is not how I remembered Road Atlanta. 1 second. Maybe if I reload the race. Maybe if I reload the race, it will give me cars that actually match my performance. Because I did change the tires after I got into it. 4 laps. 10 cars, we're starting in the middle. 15x. Okay. Maybe this time it'll give us some proper competition. Because obviously there is that very long back straight where the AI can catch up quite a bit. Okay, here we go. Excuse me. They are still not catching up. I'm already... Oh god. Should I just go professional difficulty with this? This is not looking good. Oh, the grass. Yeah, I'm just pulling away. Am I? Not really, but they're not closing in fast enough either. Alright. I might need to add ballast. Yeah, I'm way over. Oh, god damn it. I forgot tires. Tires give you extra PP as well. So I need to get ballast. Oh, sorry. Oh boy. This has gone very wrong. The dirt tires are for later, not right now. Okay, so they do change the cars when you... Oh boy, okay, yeah, I messed up. I might have messed up. Oh boy. What happens if I do this? Okay, so... We're aiming for 480. Yep, okay, this will do. let's see how this goes then. There are some slightly faster cars here. Okay, this looks a lot better, I think. Yeah, this is a lot better. Because at least the AI is actually going decently fast. Oops, sorry. Oh no! Sorry. What the hell? Okay, now. Oh, I don't understand this AI. Sorry, excuse me, coming through. Sorry if I'm a bit quiet here, but I'm just trying to catch up. And try to close the gap as much as I can before the big straight. Be able to catch up if we keep up the pace, that is. Well, we do have 2 more laps, so it's not like completely hopeless. Come on, come on. Oh, easy. Oh, Jesus. Why does it break so much? A purpose-built track day car overtaken by a big-ass F-150. Oh boy, okay. It will catch up during the straight though, so that's the thing. This fight is not over yet. It's far from over. definitely need to keep that in mind whenever I'm changing tires, or when I need to get new tires for like a street car. Because changing to better tires does increase your PP by quite a bit. But obviously it means you can't just blow past the PP limit set by the campaign. Boy, here they come. That was close. Yeah, we'll put it as good AI, I guess. Let's get. Yeah, because as you can see, they can give you a run for your money. Okay, that's the Road Atlanta one done. Blue Raptor. Next off, Fisherman's Ranch, which is off-road. And that's a full course as well, which is quite long actually. Two laps, 10 cars, starting from 5th. X. Late morning, cloudy day. Okay, we'll stick with intermediate as well. Seriously, I can't. It needs me to change the car's dirt tire first. What the hell? Can you let me in and change it afterwards? Okay. Well, back to the race settings again, I guess. Ten cars. Some from 5th. Okay, nope, that's the wrong one. Okay, again we'll go for intermediate, because I'm not sure how the AI handles dirt, or just rallying in general. Okay. Why is a Mustang Mark 1 here? What the hell? There's a Chevelle. What the hell? What kind of cars did the AI bloody pick? None of them really suited for this shit, man. What the hell is going on? Other than maybe the Evo, but still. And turn off traction control, obviously. There's two Evos, so they'll probably be catching up to me. Why is the Mustang gaining on me? What the hell is this? What in the world? Oh. Well, let's see. Unfortunately, I'm not exactly the best when it comes to rallying. A lot of hairpins coming up. Jump. Oh, definitely not first. Oh, that's a bad turn. Okay. Yeah, what the hell? The AI is whack, man. Comes to rallying. Oh no. Okay, I want to try something. Say we give it 1 meg so that race settings. So the AI select from garage. Yeah, so yeah, this is an uptuned Raptor. So yeah, let's say we gave everyone just the same car as me. Do they perform a bit better? Because obviously no one's go rally and we're bloody Ford Mach 1. Not really. Oh, jump. Well, they're a little bit closer, that's for sure. But yeah, still not the best. I guess the AI just doesn't take too kindly when it comes to rallying. Then again, with rallying, it's a very different skill set to circuit racing, because it's about maintaining momentum. That's why you see, rallying drivers drift a lot, because even though it is slower if you sort of think from a point of view of being a circuit racer, but rally drivers do it because they drive on imperfect surfaces. It's not a perfectly. Oh no! as I was saying, rallying means you're driving on very slippery surfaces, and in those situations, it's actually slower to sort of try to go full grip. So like essentially just driving as you would on like a racetrack. It's more important to maintain momentum. And when it comes to that, drifting is the best way to do that. And I'm not very good at it, as you can see. But yeah, you want to drift enough to keep up your speed, but not too much, otherwise you lose all of it. At least there's one lap. One lap, and we're already 5 seconds ahead. But obviously you don't want to drift so wide to the point where you just hit the edge of the road. So yeah, it is a balancing act, and it is a very different skill set compared to like circuit racing. Plus adding on to this, GT's off-road physics aren't exactly the best. Like, it's not terrible, I wouldn't say, but it's definitely not as, say, sophisticated as dedicated like rally games like maybe WRC or Colin McRae rally, etc. Definitely third, not second. Oh, big jump. Back to slightly more open part of the track. But yeah, Gran Turismo nowadays it's a bit hard to say it's a full-on simulator anymore. Mainly because there's a lot more like fully sort of dedicated sims and just dedicated sims and with a lot more sophisticated physics. Like obviously for back in the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 days, so that's Gran Turismo 1, 2, 3, and 4. Or even a little bit into PlayStation 3, so that's Gran Turismo 5 and 6. There really isn't anything to compare to, but nowadays you have like Assetto Corsa, iRacing, Le Mans Ultimate. Obviously those games are a lot more complex when it comes to their physics. But Gran Turismo, if anything, it's very easy to get a hold of. So like, it's very easy for like somebody who say have no experience with driving games other than maybe Mario Kart to just come in and just get the hang of how to drive fast, essentially. not necessarily mean it's easy to get good, but it's relatively easy to get a hang of. Okay, what is a racing line? How do I drive? How do I actually drive a car fast in a racetrack? Plus, there's a lot of AI single player races for you to sort of practice that. Unlike games like, say, Assetto Corsa, where it's really only the multiplayer, or iRacing, where the multiplayer and that's it. There's no like single player content. Anyway, if we're doing routing again, we're definitely putting the sorry, 1 second. If we're doing routing again, we're definitely putting the AI on professional, because that was miserable from the AI. Okay, on to the next one. And that is like they all have the same car as me as well, so oh boy. Okay, maybe the last championship for the day, and it's 1 second. And it's requires to get a Honda, so we can get a Civic Type R, an Integrale Type R from the 90s, or S2000. So we'll look into the used car dealership then. Sorry, I believe there is S2000 for sale. Yeah, so the PB limit is 490. So if we are if we get NSX, we need to tone it down, which I'm not really that inclined to do. There is a Civic, a Type R Civic. And we can give it a few upgrades as well, or the S2000, which we can just raise stock. This is pretty close to that PB limit anyway. Yeah, those are our only two choices, I think. Can we get anything new? I don't think those cars are in the dealership. They're all in used cars dealer. They're all considered used cars. So yeah, that's too new of a Civic. There's a Type R, but you need to tone it down, obviously. So yeah, no, those are the only choices. The Civic Type R, the S2K. And I'll get the S2K, I guess, because you don't need to spend any money on it. Plus, apparently I don't have it on this account. Okay. Okay, that's 100k down the drain. We'll get an S2K out of it. Nice, okay. So, I should have changed the stream back to the game before that. But yeah, anyway, as you can see, here's the races. Road Atlanta, Catalonia, High Speed Ring, Alsace Village again, and Watkins Glen, okay. Okay, let's switch it back to the game. Again, we'll do an oil change. Okay, onwards to the races. First one, it's Road Atlanta. Back at it again, and we consider it good AI, so I'll stick with intermediate AI difficulty. What tires do I have actually? Damn it, I need to check the tires, sorry, give me one moment. So the required tire for this race, it's Sports Hearts. And we need to get new ones. Okay. We might be a little bit over the limit then, if that's the case. Sport hard tires. Sport Hearts, there we go. 3500, okay. let's swap the tires and see where we are in terms of performance points. One second. Okay. 499. Okay, we need to tone the car down. Damn it. So we can either add ballast, which I don't really want to do, or add a power limiter, which I'm more inclined to do. So let's get a power limiter then. Yeah, the PP limit is 490, so good. Okay. I'm more inclined to reduce the power instead of increasing weight, because weight affects pretty much every aspect of the car. It affects like acceleration, top speed, handling, braking, etc. But with power, you just pretty much only affect acceleration and top speed, and that's it. So less things it will yeah, this will do. Okay, just below, barely below 490 PP limit. Okay, onwards to Road Atlanta. S2000 red one. How many laps? 5 laps. 10 cars again, I believe. Yes, 10 cars. Then custom weather, twilight, and then 3 times sunny day. Okay, we'll stick with intermediate. The AI, at least last time we raced, performed decently well. Okay, let's see how it goes. Oh, there's a super back there, isn't it? Is that a super? No, it's a fair lady, my bad. Holy hell, that Ferrari. Ooh. Coming through, excuse me. The future is now, old man. This is a car that's like 20 years younger than the Ferrari, so... Wait, who's... Oh god. We got a souped up engine though, so... It will catch up a lot. It will catch up a lot during the straights. Or like pull away quite a bit. And it's just gone. Does that thing have an engine swap actually? What the hell? It's just gone. Ooh, too late. A little bit too late. And just like any front engine rear drive car, the tail lights just go out. We get pushed too hard into 3 fucking seconds. Holy hell. Come on, S2000, I believe in you. See? A bit too wide. Ferrari is very slow in this first section. As you can see, it's a very 90s dashboard with the electronics like that. But yeah, S2000 is a very 90s car. No need for third. No need for second, I mean. Oh boy, this is gonna be a tough one. Like, when we get to the double right-handers at the middle of the middle of the lap, that's when I barely catch up to it. But then obviously there's that long back straight, so it immediately pulls away. Outside. Ooh, I might have messed up. Block. Yeah, this brakes on. Ironically, isn't as good as the Raptors, but it's definitely a lot more rapid in the corners, that's for sure. Look at the closing speed, Jesus. More blocking. Stick with third. Okay, just need to hold the lead now, which should be easy to do for the first half of the lap, but it's the second half. 2-second lead coming out of that corner. One and a half. Yeah, we need to continue to block. Don't get that closing speed. What engine does that thing have? Yeah, if this happens again on the last lap, I can't catch up. Oh, what the hell? Yeah, if that happens again, I either need a dive bomb, or I just need to block him multiple times. Much better. the curb. 2.3 seconds, okay. Slightly bigger gap. Yeah, we need to start blocking. Oh, damn it. Jesus, what the hell is... What kind of engine does the Ferrari have? Look at it, it's just fucking gone. Jesus. Way too close. What the hell kind of engine did that Ferrari have? That was just ridiculous, to be honest. Anyway, onwards. Which is Barcelona now. Okay. And this time without the chicane. Yeah, the full course but without the chicane. Okay. 4 laps, 10 cars. Starting from 5th. Sunset. Okay. Yeah, we'll do intermediate again. Because I'm not... there are a couple of long straights on Barcelona, but... obviously... the last time I played on there, intermediate seems to be fine. So we'll stick with this for now. Definitely don't have the most power here, that's for sure. We're all got right wide a little bit. Watch the rear. Coming through. The NSX is definitely our biggest competition. Easy. Third, we can work with third. A bit too early on the brakes, maybe? Third here as well. Can we close the gap though? That's the question. Probably get away with this corner window, no need for second. This one definitely needs second though. It's a pretty tight hairpin. We are closing. Wide, we're okay. Yeah, definitely a bit too early. Jesus. On the outside. Come on. Damn it. Yeah, it just has more horsepower than us. We're okay. Just a little bit too late there. Bit better. But it is a tight corner, so I'd rather slow down a bit much instead of not enough. Damn it. Best lap, that's for sure. Damn it! Oh, I tried. NSX is just too fast. Damn it! Oh boy. Second for this one. Onwards to the next one, I guess. Which is at high speed ring. Yeah, but I guess we'll put Catalonia as like good AI. Okay, high speed ring, where is that? Oh, okay, in Japan. That's just normal one. Okay, 4 laps, not 5. 10 cars, 4 laps. Six times. 10 cloudy day. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we'll set up an intermediate again, because this is a high speed track. So we'll see how the AI handles this. Oh, that looks nice actually. And it's not 6 times, it's 8 times. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, let's go racing. Nice and foggy, I like it. In terms of corners, there's not really a lot we can do here. There is that sort of S section in the middle, as well as the last corner. The AI tends to not do too well for the last corner. So we do need actually some oval racing techniques here, because the higher line is actually the faster one for that corner and the last corner. So it actually is a bit helpful if you know a little bit about oval racing. And it's also why the AI doesn't do too well in the last corner, because they take the low line essentially, which is a lot slower compared to the high line. But that doesn't mean you don't need a brake. You still need to slow down a little bit, but not as much as you could have need to, because you're taking the high line. For the first turn, it doesn't really matter because it's such a wide turn, but it definitely matters for sort of turn 2 and the last corner. Keeping a distance. The fastest car is the 911 though, somehow. And only for second, stay in third. lay off the throttle a little bit, and then stick to the high side. Okay, we'll build up a good gap here. I don't think, yeah, I'm not too sure about sticking to the high side for turn 1. We'll see. Actually, maybe yes as well. Yeah, we're building a gap as well, so yeah. Oval racing techniques for this track, that's for sure. Doesn't mean it's easy though. The AI still has a lot more horsepower than me, so they can still catch up whenever there's sort of a slightly longer straight. Okay, again, relax for a bit after the 2 really intense races back to back. Ooh, don't hit the wall, obviously. You're staying to the high side. Staying high is definitely the way to go. I'll probably put this track as good AI as well. Like, obviously they aren't taking the most optimal line, right, going through the oval sections, but they do have a lot more horsepower than you, which means they can keep up quite well. Okay, nice. Clean race bonus, not a lot of cash though. Bit of a shame, but that'll do. And then Alsace is next. Alsace Village again. We'll try to put it on professional and see how that goes. And then it's 4 laps as well. Okay. Four laps, 10 cars. Okay. So what's 8 times again? Evening. Yeah, this is the 4th race, evening. Okay, here we go. Hopefully this is another chill. Oh, I need to change the AI difficulty. 1 second. Can't start the race just yet. Oh yeah. Okay, let's see how the AI performs now. So obviously they're still a lot faster in the straights. How do they do the corners though? That's the issue. At least they're not like slowing down ridiculously for the corners, which is good news, I suppose. Ooh, hello. Coming through, excuse me. Catch up to the Carrera, that is the big question. A bit too late. Definitely messed up there. There's still 3 more laps, so there is time. Come on. Break. Stay in third. Yeah, probably just stay in third. Yeah, so the first half will be where the AI is quite a bit faster. Not enough braking. We're okay though, I hope. Yeah, we're okay. How do we make it through that without going off? Completely going off. Oh no. Oh, easy. On the outside. Yes. Beautiful. Okay. I can breathe for a bit, I think. That's a bad turn. Went a bit too wide there. take this opportunity to explain what feedback is. Oh, there he is, never mind. Drop back. Okay, nice. Much better. Beautiful. A bit too late on the braking again. Really need to brake home for that hairpin. Much better. The Corvette says the fastest lap? Okay. Is it catching up to us though? That's the main issue. Wrong ride. Damn it. Blocking there. Come on. Come on. We're still ahead. Damn it. Not enough braking for that one. Remember to brake, remember to brake. Much better. Oh god. Oh, the curb. Yeah, I'm definitely getting tired and making mistakes. Close, a bit too close. We made it, but that was definitely close. Yeah, we'll stick with professional for this one. Definitely makes for a lot closer race. We'll definitely stick with professional for this, for Alsace Village at least. Yeah. Wouldn't. Part of it is just me making mistakes, but yeah. Definitely a lot better than the intermediate race we had a while back. Anyway, last race for the day. Watkins Glen. Long course. I actually don't know. Obviously there is that chicane, much like Dragon Trail, which the AI isn't too good at. But I think the AI is actually pretty decent for the rest of the lap. It's just that chicane with that sort of trips them up a little. Okay. 10 times. Okay. Okay, here we go. Oh. I might save the explanation for what feed tech is for last, essentially. Sorry. But yeah. It's a lot, the racing is a lot closer than I imagined, that's for sure. One second. Okay. Okay, let's see. Got 34 and an RX-8 behind us. Easy, people. It's okay, it's okay. Oh yeah, there's also this one coming through. What's with classic cars having the best engines for some reason? What the hell? This... Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, yeah. But essentially, this... Why does the chicane trips up the AIs? Again, they just don't take curves for some reason. Much like Dragon Trail. They would be a lot faster if they take curves, but they just don't. I'm not sure if AI Sophie fixes this issue, because obviously AI Sophie sort of copies how it learns based on how like real drivers drive. So obviously everybody takes a curve, and Sophie AI Sophie might learn from that, but yeah, I'm not sure. I still haven't driven against AI Sophie because, again, this is I am playing on PS5, so it is available. But I just haven't purchased the upgrade to the PS5 version of the game. This corner we can just roll through without braking. Last corner on Watkins Glen is actually pretty tricky because you don't want to slow down too much, but if you don't slow down enough, you just hit the wall. So it's a tricky one. Again, make use of the curves. Make use of the curves. He is catching up, but here comes the hairpin. Sorry, not the hairpin, chicane. Bit wide, but overall. too early on the turn in. Because it's a pretty long corner, so if you turn in too early, you just really slow around it. Okay. Jesus, what the hell? Maybe through that corner as well, I'm not sure. Yeah, again, a little bit too slow. Probably could have carried a bit more speed for the last corner. It's okay. 2 more laps. Better. Didn't drift wide from the middle of the corner. Nice. Either the Evo or the Supra. Okay. Yeah, I was talking about the fastest lap thing, like either the Evo or the Supra at 4th and 5th made the fastest lap, so my goodness. Oh, went wide. Damn it. Yeah, distracted. Sorry. Yeah, not the Mangoose that made the fastest lap. It's either the Evo or the Supra behind us. Last lap, someone just let me focus. Catching up. Shit. more speed, I think. But yeah, we got the win. Oof. Nice. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, bit of cash, nice. Okay, I'm afraid that's it for tonight. It's been like 2.5 hours, roughly. And my internet is going down for some reason. Yeah, 2.5 hour stream. Yeah, quite a long one for for me at least. But yeah. So okay, let's move. So we got the first. Okay. So for the next couple series of races, I'll swap off to the PC screen. Okay, so first one is a spider one, which requires us to use an open top car from this list, which I think the easiest one to get is definitely any of the Master MX-5s, because I'm pretty sure everything else is only you can find it from Legends Car Dealership, which, oh boy, that's pretty much just a gamble. I'm looking through it right now, and yeah, it's not here. None of those cars are here, so we'll probably just get an MX-5, I think, which I'm not even sure I have. Sorry, just give me 1 second. Oh no, I do. I do have a NDNX5, I think. Have I used it before? So obviously there's a Prius. Or did I just get that from like the lottery ticket? Oh no, I do have the MX-5. Yeah, because I had to use it for the Master Championship. Okay, so yeah, we can use that definitely. Next up is the FF Championship again. I'm not sure what to use for this one. Can we use anything but... Okay, we can use sport hard tires, so I might bring out the Citroen again. So the BX-19, which I slapped a turbocharger on, but... yeah. Not too sure about this. Might want to try something different, you know. Might want to try something different. But yeah. So FF cars. Yeah, we'll definitely see what is available next time. Next time we're on. So yeah. Sadly, the used car dealership for GT7 doesn't update like after every couple races. It updates on a real time. So I think it updates every week or every day, I believe. So yeah, which is a bit of a shame. You can't just keep playing the game to cycle the used car dealership. You just have to wait the next day. But yeah, FR challenge. We can use the M3 again. Though, depending on the PP limit, I might upgrade or even get something new. Yeah, no, we can just upgrade it. Yeah, we can just upgrade it. FR. Four-wheel drive. Okay. Japanese FR Classics. Okay, this might be a bit of a tricky one. We can't just bring the S2K because it's barely within the year limit, 1960 to 1999. You can't bring that in. So I guess there's always that. This one. Oh, okay. Okay, so it's the same deal. And we just need to use the Master Roadster if we can't find anything else. So yeah, quite a few championships in here. Oh, rally. What's this for? FF Cars Rally. Okay, that's new. Yeah, okay. But yeah, we'll save those for next time. Um, yeah, we'll hmm. Yeah, we'll save those next time, and I'll see you guys next. Not sure about next week, honestly. I'm quite busy next week, unfortunately. Uh, so maybe Wednesday or Thursday again. So yeah, Wednesday or Thursday. But yeah, let's say Thursday for now. Thursday evening. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. Have a good evening.